Born out of resilience and creativity, this group has not only kept tradition alive, but has also brought joy and connection to countless events. Joining us now on the line to share their journey, challenges and vision for the new year is the leader of the Motswana Mo Erongo cultural group, Don Sechogele. Don, good evening and thank you so much for joining us here on the Daily Roundup.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. How are you?
I'm good. How are you this evening?
Yeah, amazing, amazing.
To start with, Don, tell us what inspired you to start the group during the pandemic, and of course, how did you navigate the unique challenges, of forming a cultural group at that time?
Well, during the pandemic, it was quite a big challenge, and the inspiration come through. It was the deep desire to keep the heritage that the Tswana cultural group were having, and because it was a time of uncertainty, and we wanted to divert people's minds from all the mouth breakings that was going on, so we started doing this thing just to keep the sense of culture and moral principles that we know amongst each other and the heritage. That was the main reason why we started this.
What were some of the biggest challenges that you faced as a group, in keeping the group active during the height of the pandemic? And how did these experiences shape you as a group today?
Yeah, the biggest challenges was basically getting together, and since most of these young people are unemployed, so it was a form of the basic income was a little bit lost. And actually, how we overcome it by using a lot of media platforms to communicate and send other videos from whether it was mostly on WhatsApp and all types of even audio recording and sitting amongst others, and we overcome it. And by today, we are quite comfortable in this. So this is the only way we have realized that social media have quite taken a passionate, powerful tool amongst young people, and we all have to start getting familiar to it as the world is leading to the strength of social media, especially preparing ones in difficult times. If ever pandemic or such event can ever take care, I believe we all will be much more prepared.
Yeah, indeed. Don, talk to us about how the Motswana Mo Erongo cultural group, contributes to keeping cultural traditions alive and uplifting the communities, not only during the pandemic, but also after.
What we basically do is by using moral principles and by keeping the youth together, and by sticking to documented historical cultural performances and traditional morals that have our previous ancestors have been doing, keeping it alive, and at the same time making sure that we also take part in community development and youth upliftment, working with the Ministry of Education, even if the Ministry of Health is also having any youth awareness campaigns like AIDS campaigns, cancer campaigns, we do take part. So we are actually a quite broad perspective. We are more into the moral principles, the ethic principles, and try to keep community as much as together as possible, and reminding ourselves we are people because of where we're coming from.
Yeah.
That's the reason why we keep on pushing this, and being innovative at the same time.
Yes. Talk to us about some of your most memorable performances, because you've done quite a lot of them. So some of your most memorable performances or events, and how audiences have responded to your work over the years.
My number one will be the last public appearance of Honorable President Hage. We in Sokopmun was the mass housing. We did a performance there. The other ones was performing on the cruise ships, and then currently we're also working with the Hospitality Association of Namibia We do cruise ships, and since the coast is quite a tourist attractive area, we are very much active in major events, and we are planning to get abroad. And we also have sent some group working together with African vocals overseas to Germany. So there is a number of quite memorable ones, and we keep on growing and making every performance much more exciting than the previous one. And we have been winning 3 cultural festivals in the coast, so we are quite active.
Yeah. As you look ahead to the new year, what are some of your goals for the group?
The number one thing is to keep the principles and what we are aiming for, and to keep on growing and to be very innovative at the same time, and always try to strive to hit higher grounds, I should say, and at the same time groom new youngsters to join and perfect the performances, and at the same time do comparison with South African and Botswana cultural group to rectify any errors, and at the same time keep the entertainment very great and active and more accurate.
Yeah. Well, just lastly, before we let you go, Don, talk to us about how the bond within the group, has evolved over time, and what role teamwork plays in your continued success. Because I'm sure over the years, members have come and they've gone, they've been young and old that have joined you. So how do you keep that teamwork intact to, ensure continued success?
Actually, I would have to say that with teamwork, it's a matter of, it has taught us that as each and every individual that's in a group is part of the team.
Yeah.
And the success of every event depends to each individual, and no one is better than the other one. The result of success depends on each one's contribution. Yeah. And at the same time, also one should say is the more rehearsals, the more understanding there is, the more the teamwork. And the overall results create in happiness, understanding, perfectionism, and allowing new ideas from each and everybody on the platform to be accommodated, and working with also, because in the coast we've got the African vocals, we've got the Mariba band, we've got the Mascata, so joint ventures or teach one to be able to work with others, yes, and also able to understand and enhance the creativity, innovative. And so at the end of the day, it results in great positive results coming out.
That's fantastic. Well, Don, we appreciate you taking time to speak to us this evening. We wish you and the rest of the group all the best for your 2025 endeavors.
Thank you, and I believe we will see other more shows to come. Thank you.
Indeed, so thank you so much. Well, that was Don Sechogele, who is a member of the Motswana Mo Erongo cultural group, as well as the leader of the group. We'll be right back after this break. That wraps up today's edition of the Daily Roundup with Nina. We're back, of course, tomorrow, same time and place, so do join us then. For myself and the team, it's good night and thank you for watching.